Hello everybody and welcome to ArsenGirl Gaming. My name is Heather and I thank you for joining me for this new Sims 4 series. So this is literally Sims 4 How to Get Started. I am doing this for my mother who I convinced to buy The Sims 4 and Cats and Dogs, and then I promptly moved across country and never got the chance to show her really how to play. So she said to me, would you please make me some videos that just kind of show me what to do? So that's what I'm gonna attempt to do with this series. And that being said, I also figure there's a lot of you guys here on my channel that are mostly mobile Sims players who might be considering trying Sims 4, since Sims Mobile and Sims 4 have so many similarities, and I thought maybe you guys would enjoy these videos as well. So that's why I'm doing them. If you have any suggestions of topics you'd like to see me cover, let me know. Now, this game the game that I'm loading today is a brand new game. I started it. I followed James Turner's advice on how to start it without anything loading except the base game. So that is what we'll be loading, even though it says all of my collection is still there. It's not. I'm just gonna load base game. And yeah, so this is what you get when you open up. You'll see your packs, your expansions, your game packs, stuff packs, all listed on the side. The goal is to keep all of those little icons filled in, at least for me. So you see they are all filled in. Now you'll probably start out with just one or two, depending on how you purchase your game. Sometimes there are like packs that you can buy. I think my mom's pack was the base game plus Cats and Dogs. And I know the last time I heard there was like a create your own pack deal over on Origin, so you can go check that out. But anyway, so expansion packs are big game additions to The Sims 4. So you have your base game, and then an expansion pack usually adds some major game change functionality. Also, sometimes we'll add a new world, a lot of new gameplay features like Cats and Dogs. Obviously added Cats and Dogs to the game. City Living added cities to the game and apartments. Get Together added the ability to have clubs and groups. And then Get to Work added the ability to have jobs that you could actually take your Sims to work with. So those are big, major expansions, and they typically are pretty expensive compared to some of the other ones, just because they add so much to your game. You'll see there's also less of them than the other packs. Then game packs, those are smaller expansions. So like Jungle Adventure gave us a jungle, the ability to explore temples, and a whole new like vacation world. Parenthood added Parenthood functionality to the game, kind of expanding on what we had at the start and other life stages. Vampires added vampires to our games and some spookiness, because the first time you ever see Vlad sneak up on your sim in the middle of the night, it'll make you jump out of your skin, I promise. Dine Out added restaurants and a little area for that. We got Spa Day, which added, of course, spas and spa functionality. And then we had Outdoor Retreat, which added another vacation world. So that was those are really fun ones, because you can't live in the vacation worlds, but you can take your Sims on vacation. So, and then I won't go over all the stuff packs. They're all available on origin.com. But they do add stuff to your game. The latest one was the My First Pet stuff, and you got like gerbils and hamsters and stuff. And Laundry Day gave us the long-awaited 4 washers and dryers. You usually get some clothes, some household items, and some gameplay, like at least one gameplay object. So those are all fun to pick up. They're usually pretty cheap, like 10 bucks. So and you can always add those anytime. You will notice when you go to the Sims gallery, which is what's right up here. Let's go ahead and click in there. When you load a house or a room, so here, we'll just load this one. Nick Moore did the Eclectic Loft. So Oh, this one says this gallery item does not use any pack specific content. So she or he must have built it using the base game only. Let's see if I can find something. They're all telling me there's no, it may be not showing any pack specific stuff because I disabled all my packs, but let's find out because I know this one did. Oh, okay. So like on this build that I did recently, which I'm showcasing, I tried to do it with just base game stuff, but I hadn't disabled the other packs, so I did use something from Get to Work. So it shows that I used Get to Work items. That way you know that if you download it and you haven't included a Get to Work item, then, or you don't have Get to Work, excuse me, you won't have whatever that included item is in your game. It'll either just disappear or it'll try to be replaced with something you do have. And then you'll see like this La Salamanca bar that I downloaded. Bella Lionheart created this. It's gorgeous. But anyway, she is one of my favorites and she often does really fantastic builds. And in this one, she used stuff from all these different packs. So you can see right off the bat, do I have the pack or do I not have the pack? And if you come into a build like this with a ton of these packs, you're probably not going to have a good majority of the items that are used in the build. So just keep that in mind. Back to just talking about the gallery though, let me come back in here to this girl. So this is a sim that I created. And when you create them, you get the option to upload to the gallery. She's already there, so it's telling me to remove, but that icon I'm clicking on says, hey, you can upload this to the gallery. And then this one obviously tells me I've also already saved it. You can share it to Twitter or Facebook if you want other people to have the link so that they can get to the sim. So, and then here, this little item or icon here comes into play when you're in game and you want to place this into your game. So you can do that with houses, rooms, and sims. So that's just a quick look at the gallery. This is where you'll also be able to store all of your creations. Ignore all my naked and bald sims. Those are because they have custom content and I turn that off in my game. We'll go over some of the options as well there. But you can kind of see these are all things I favorited and they're from everybody. If I just want to see the stuff I've created, I can click on mine and it will load all the stuff that I have created. So then you can come to community and you can search for stuff in the community. So if I wanted to put this little raccoon in my game, oh, look at the baby version, so cute. I could click on it and then if I was in the game properly right now, I could just put it in my game. So that's that. And of course, this is where everything is showcased. You can search by different things like hashtags, user IDs. Actually, let's go up here and do that. So if I wanted to look for something like Christmas, I can come in and search item name Christmas, and it will try to find everything in the gallery that has item name containing Christmas. I can look for something like my ID, and it will bring up the stuff I've created. So that's good if you want to find somebody that you saw outside of the gallery. You can track them down in here. And then also hashtags. So you can do hashtag Christmas and see what that brings up. So it might bring up some different things than things that are not tagged as Christmas, like this church, for instance. So that is just a brief look at the community features and the gallery. This is, if you like to add content to your game, this is a really great way to do it. It's all free and very easy, and it's all guaranteed to work as far as base game items or game items. No custom content is included, so you won't download anything with stuff that you don't have unless you download something with a pack that you don't have. So if you have any more questions about that, you can comment below and I'll try to explain more. Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about options. So here is your menu. So when you're on this screen that I'm on now, this is just the loading screen. So I don't have any options to save or save as, but if I was in a game right now, This is where I would save, and I recommend saving often so that you don't lose your creations because your game has crashed or whatever. Game options, we're gonna go over that one because this is a big guy. So I am right now in windowed full screen mode. I can put it in complete full screen mode, or I can put it in windowed mode. Windowed mode gives you this little bar right here so you can move it around. Windowed full screen doesn't lock you in. If you're using two monitors like I am, I can dash between my various monitors, but if I was on full screen, it kind of locks me in just to this display. So, and you change your resolution based on what you're playing on right here. Refresh rate, let it go to default. You don't have to really mess with that. Unless you have an extremely good computer, you probably want to tweak these settings. If you come up here to the graphics quality, you can choose here, and then it will kind of try to set them for you so you don't have to do them individually. Play with that to try to figure out, you know, what works best for your game. If you're playing on a laptop, you may want to go ahead and check that box. It does help a little bit with the processing power of laptops. So this is a very important screen to play on. If you're having like problems with your video, come in here and kind of tweak things and just see how it works. Once you made changes, hit apply. Then you have audio changes. So right now, because I'm recording, hopefully that the background audio is not too loud for you. I have it set at 9%. And you can come and kind of play around with these as well. Then there is music in the game. These are songs that are inside the game and also will be in like your radio stations, things like that. So you can come and listen to that, kind of see what they are. If you don't like any of the songs, you can uncheck them. And then gameplay we'll look at when we go into the game. Game camera. So everybody, I recommend checking this box, the Sims 3 camera. It is a much better camera, and if you watch any YouTubers, you will see that we all kind of use that camera because it gives us more flexibility in seeing our creations as we're building them, as well as just moving around the game camera-wise. So these are my settings. Edge scrolling just means if I bring my mouse to the edge of my screen, it'll follow, or the game will follow. So then brings me to screen capture. So you can come in and change the size of the images that you capture. I like to do large and uncompressed. I would like, and I don't have the UI checked because I don't want you to see anything when I take a screen cap except what I'm trying to screen cap. Video capture is kind of the same. Well, actually, that's what I'm looking at is video capture, but the same thing for picture capture. Music, voices, sound effects, UI, sounds, you can choose whether or not you want to include those in your videos. Honestly, I don't use the video capture very often, mostly because I have a terrible time playing the videos after I record them. I don't know why. They just don't ever really work out well for me. So I record with another piece of software, but if you're not a YouTuber or not doing this for anything other than your pleasure, you can play around with the recorded videos and you can see the path here where they're stored. And that's where you'd find them, and your screenshots also stored. And then you can show the dialogue after capture. I don't have that checked yet. I still get the dialogue, so who knows. Other, so you can connect to your Facebook, your Twitter to share stuff. You can share your usage data. You can auto reconnect to the online features. You can choose to enable or disable custom content. I do this a lot. You'll see I load games that say custom content or no custom content. That's all based on what I've checked here. But other than that, that is pretty much the biggies for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out of here. And now I'm going to start a new game. So when you start a new game, that'll bring you right into Create a Sim. For my purpose, I'm gonna go ahead and show you just really briefly how to create a sim and then how to put them in your game. We'll create a husband, a wife, a child, and And I was going to say a pet, but I don't have cats and dogs. So we'll do a husband, a wife, and a child. So you can just see real quickly. I'm not going to go through a ton of detail, but you see you start with a pre-created sim. If you come down to the little randomizer here, you can click that and get some randomized sims to start with or even play with. I mean, if you like him, you can go ahead and just play with him. If you want to customize what is randomized, hit this little arrow here and you'll get all these options, and you can say, nope, I don't want you to do everything. I just want to do the face and the hair. And then when you randomize that, that's all that's going to change. So you can kind of keep narrowing things down as you go through. Oh, he's actually kind of cute. I think we'll keep him. But you can narrow things down as you go through the options. So there we go with our little guy sim. Sorry, I keep bringing up my menu. I get a little crazy with that mouse and bring down my drop-down menu. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep him, but we probably wanna check out what outfits he's been given. And so you can see here at the top, we have different styles of clothing. So if you mouse over it, it'll remind you what it is, so you don't have to remember. Now, because he's a guy, it starts with masculine, but you can get rid of that and you can customize whatever you want to see. So if all I want to see are blue clothes for him, I can do that. I can also say I only want cotton clothes. I can change a category, but I'm in everyday right now, so I think we'll just check that and see what comes up. And then we can come and say, I want him only to have preppy clothes. So these are just tags that the designers do. If you have more than one pack for your game, you can also choose just to do that. I like to do that a lot. If I get a new pack, I'll just choose that pack so that I can see what's new in the game. So anyway, so I think I'm going to change his everyday shirt to that. I don't really like his shoes, so I'm going to click on his shoes here. Now, the reason I'm doing this, I want to show you. See how the shoe is colored here? That means that's the category I'm in. I can actually come and hit this X here and it will remove his shoes. So I don't have to find them here. And then I can actually just try on some different shoes, see what I like. And I don't really like any of them. I'll go back to these and then I can choose a different color. So I'll put those on for him. So if, like I just made that menu go away, if I click on the him here, it'll pop that menu back out and give me all the options. So we have his body options. We can customize his shape. So you can do presets like this, or you can actually, you know, drag these sliders, do, you know, whatever you want him to be. And you can even, you come in here and you're editing his face, you get this option to edit detail mode or detail edit mode. So it actually brings you even closer where you can like pull and prod and widen and push in and make his ears. Whoops, don't make a liar out of me. Well, oh, there we go. Didn't do what I wanted it to. I was gonna make his ears smaller, but so you can kind of play with that. You can play with, you know, moving his eyes, making them more deep set. I actually kind of like how he's turning out here. You can raise his eyebrows. You can move his face up, move his face down. And if you make a mistake and you're like, oh, I don't know how to put it back the way it was, you can come down here and hit undo. You can also hit redo. So, and let's see, if I come here and I get out of detail edit mode, I can go back here and I can kind of choose his coloring. You got a lot of options for that. So there's that. And then you can even get more detailed. So we can go to skin details. We can give him some forehead wrinkles. We can give him some freckles, beauty marks. Anything that's green here are selected by you. You can come and just hit the X and remove that and it won't stay. I'm gonna keep him with those furrowed brows there. And then you can even choose his teeth. So he's not gonna open his mouth. Oh, there. I gave him funny teeth, but he's not gonna show us. But we'll give him, oh, there we go, okay. And then we can do that. So if you want to give him braces, you can do that. Let's give him braces. That's a preppy thing to do these days. And of course you have hairstyles. Oh, one other thing I want to talk about is eyes. So if you click on his eyes when you're not in detail edit mode, you can change his eye color. So we can make him have blue eyes, we can make him have purple eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave him with those bright blue eyes because he's a cutie. And he's pretty muscular now, so see how I got the grid when I was, whoops, let's go back here. See the grid right there? That means I can change his, like I can pull his waist in, I can pull it out. I can really get down and dirty editing the different parts that I want to edit. That's pretty cool. Gives you a lot of freedom. All right, and then of course we have, let's go back here. Let's go back to tattoos. So we're gonna add some tattoos here. You can customize those, you know, from all different parts of the body. If you want to have them really tatted out, you just have to make sure you hit the different parts. So like you have an ankle, you have a left arm and a right arm, so on and so forth, okay? Let's go back here to, what am I wanting to do here? All right, so let's go ahead and look at the different hairstyles. So I like to turn him so I can see it, but I might switch him this way and that way just to kind of see if I like it. But you just go through and pick, and of course you can change their hair color as well. So if you want, oh, I liked him with that like light brown hair. So you just, you know, you just do what you want to do and have fun with it. Like, this is your dream being, so you don't have to like, ooh, that made him look old. See, I don't want him to look old, so I'm gonna give him that reddish brown hair. But anyway, so he's your dream, so just do whatever you want. You can do different things like different, ooh, okay, I like him with the stubble. You just go through the menus and just kind of explore whatever you want to do. You know, you can be really fanciful or you could be really down to earth. It's completely at your discretion. So don't be afraid to kind of customize. Now, the other thing that a lot of people don't realize is this little arrow right here. Like, so I'm on everyday, this little arrow here. It means I can add additional everyday outfits for him. So I'm gonna do that really quick because I'll show you that when we get into the game real quick. All right, so his everyday number one is this. I'm gonna go to styled full body outfits here and just kind of pick a few others. And day 3, we're gonna make him in a towel for every day. Oops, let's do one more, 4. We'll come here, ew, I don't like that. I use that one a lot. Let's do, yeah, let's let him go on a vacation. Okay, and I'm not gonna worry about changing his shoes, of course, but you'll wanna do that. Then we've got his other looks, and all of these can be customized. All of them can have additional looks added to them. So don't be afraid to do that and to create a full wardrobe for your sim, should you want to. Now that we've done that, I'm gonna come in here and I'm going to add a sim. Oh, actually, hold up. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. We have to name him. So we're gonna do, we're gonna name him Herman Carlisle. Now, you can customize the names randomly or you can make your own name. It's completely at your discretion. If you click the little plumb bob right here, you can pick his personality, what he sounds like.
Christine. Oh, Wajini.
So whatever voice you like, you pick it and just kind of move that there so that it stays. You can choose their life cycle from toddler all the way to elderly. You can choose their walk styles. That's one of my favorite. We'll leave that for him. And you can also change their gender if you want to. So you've got all of these options here to customize how they behave in the game. And then we'll come down here to our aspirations. So aspirations are basically your Sim's personality. So how they behave in the game is going to have a lot to do with these settings that you set for them. So for him, let's do athletics since he's so muscular. We get one option as a bodybuilder. So he aspires to be a bodybuilder and he wants to be as strong as he can be. All right, so he has a high metabolism. That way he'll burn his calories. Then we're gonna make him cheerful because he looks like a cheerful, goofy guy. And we're going to come over here and look and see what other things. Let's make him an outdoor lover and outgoing. Oh no, actually, let's make him a bro. He looks like a bro. All right, so now we can come down here and add a sim for him. So we can play with genetics if we want it to be related to him. We can add a sim for the gallery, from the gallery, or we can add a new sim. In this case, I'm gonna add a sim from the gallery. So it's gonna open up the gallery and it's gonna show me sims that are in the community that I can choose from. I can come to my library and I can pick a sim. I'm not sure why I'm in there in a bathrobe, but let's see. Just who do I have? I guess I don't want to do one of mine. Let's bring in this gorgeous girl, Hendrix. So we come in here and it brings up her informational pack or page, and you come over here and click place household, and then we're going to merge her into this. If I wanted to replace him, I would do that. It would make him go away though. So we want to merge. And that's bringing her in. So now we've got her, somebody else made her for us, so we don't have to change the clothes if we don't want to. We can come and see how she's dressed. I love her, she's beautiful, so I'm just gonna leave it. The only thing I don't like are the socks. So I'm gonna come over here. Socks are actually hidden under accessories, and I'm gonna click on socks, and I will remove the socks. I do like the sandals, so I'll leave them there. You can see she's already named. She already has her traits. She's a musical genius. She's cheerful, creative, and a music lover. She is a girl, and her walk is just the normal walk. Yep, so we'll leave that be. Now what we can do is we can come here and we can choose how she's related to Herman. So they can be roommate, brother, or husband. So we're gonna go ahead and make Herman her husband. So, okay, so they are now married in our eyes. Now that gives us a fun thing to do. So we can come in here and we can just play with genetics for this third sim, and that's how we're gonna create their child. So, unknown parent, we're gonna say it's Herman, and it's gonna take their genetics and it's gonna turn it into a kid. So I want them to have a little girl. So what I'll do is I'll keep it here. I think I want a toddler. So it can, oh, aren't they just, they're just scrumptious. But you can do all the different ages. Ooh, that is a deep voice for a teenager. So now you see I can't do one the same age as the parents because obviously parents have to be older than the kids. So we're gonna go ahead and do the toddler, and we're gonna randomize a few times, and you can see each time we just get a baby that, or a toddler, I guess, that looks a little bit different, and you just keep going until you pick the one you like the best. Again, just like I told you earlier about this, you can't do it in here, and that is because this is really just random. So once we finish this part, I could come and edit her as much as I want. I think she looks cute. Let's go ahead and grab her. She's got her dad's hair, and her last name is Hendrix after the mom. So we should name Herman Hendrix too, I think. We'll just randomize her name as Belinda, and we'll keep her everything pretty much the same there. Now you'll see that toddlers only get 2 traits, or 1 trait, I'm sorry. Children get 2 traits because you can earn your traits as you get older in the game. So we'll go ahead and make her a charmer. Yeah, so now we've got our 3 Sims. We can come here and do all the same editing to her as we did to the dad. So you don't have to keep them the way you get them. It's completely up to you. You can customize their clothes. They don't have as many options, unfortunately, at this point, though we do get more and more over time, so that's good. And with the addition of packs, we absolutely get some more adorable clothes added in. So if you like the toddlers, I recommend that. I think we'll do that outfit for her. And then just go through these. Oh, look at that, little pajamas. All right, so see, like this dress, I don't like that hat. So we're gonna take that hat off. All right, my dear, she's adorable. So let's go ahead and change Herman's name. You can change them after you have created them. There's no problem with that. So now they all have the same last name. Now, what I can do is hit play. That's gonna bring me this. And this is going to show us the family. We can randomize their portrait by clicking here. This is how it's gonna end up in the gallery. So you pick the picture you like the best. I think that's adorable. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this one to the gallery, and I'm going to type out a description here. There you go. Now I can do hashtags too. Remember I told you that people can find things through the hashtags. So I could say to somebody, if you want to see the family I created, you can go and look at those hashtags if they can't find it under anything else. So we're going to go ahead and say check mark. And that is being uploaded to the gallery, and now the game is going to load. So I'm going to take us as far as going in, picking a lot, and moving into our first house. And in future videos, I'll show you basic building tools, decorating, things like that. All right, so we have 3 worlds when you start with just the base game. We have Willow Creek, which is kind of a green and lush area. We have Oasis Springs, which as you can see is a desert area, which is a lot of fun if you want to do tropical builds. And then we have Newcrest, which is a completely empty world. So I'm going to take you to all 3 of them. We'll start with Willow Creek. So you can see that it is populated with a number of houses. See how some of them are green? That means we can afford them because we're starting with 24,000 simoleons. So you can kind of budget and say, well, you know, a 1-bedroom house isn't the greatest. So this is, I think that's the only 2-bedroom spot we have. Now we can buy a blank piece of land and build our own home. That is definitely something you can do. Let's go and see what we have in Oasis Springs. So we've got 1 house already built in Oasis Spring, also a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 17,000. So we'll probably not do that. We'll probably do one in Willow Creek, but let's look at Newcrest. I can show you the difference. Newcrest is completely empty. So you build your own world or your own little town here. This is where I like to do when I'm doing random builds. I like to come into here. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Willow Creek. We're gonna buy the only 2-bedroom house. It's also only 13,663 simoleons, so that's not bad. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, move them in. So we can choose to move them in furnished or unfurnished, or if we just wanted that lot, we can bulldoze it and build on it. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and move in as a furnished house because we don't have a lot of money and we're just getting started. All right, so the family is dropped off right in front of their new house. They've already got everything they need in here, 2 bedrooms. Now, the only thing I will point out is because we're playing with the toddler will need a toddler bed But we'll do that in the next episode. I just wanted to get us into the house. Oh, look at him doing his walk. That's so funny. But anyway, I just wanted to get them moved in and show you the process of getting the game started. Once you move into your house, you can click on items to interact with them. You can eat, you can cook, you can sleep, you can go to the bathroom. And yeah, so that is it. That's it for this episode. In my next episode, we'll look at taking this screen a little bit further. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, look at him sneaking up on her. Please give me a thumbs up. Let me know you watched. And of course, if you'd like to see more, make sure you are a subscriber to the channel. If you're not, go ahead and hit subscribe, ring the bell, let YouTube know you like notifications when I post something new on the channel. That way you won't miss out on anything. And I'll see you guys again real soon. Have a great one.